Hi there, in this lesson we are going to learn about the mixed reference in Microsoft Excel. If you're also interested in learning about the absolute reference and then the relative reference, the links have been posted in the description below. Please click on them and learn something new. My name is Kwame and welcome to the Explore with Kwame channel. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you. This is quite technical, so let's pay much attention to it so that we can understand it very well. So we take one item, book. For the books, we have different sizes. We have the small size, we have the medium size, the large size, and then the extra large size. And then these are the prices in terms of the different sizes. So for the small size, the price is 1 CD. The medium size, the price is 2 CDs. The large is 3 CDs extra, 4 CDs. But then we want to have a schedule that will tell us, assuming I buy one medium size book, what price would I have to pay? If I buy 2 medium sized books, how much do I have to pay? And then the same way, if I buy 10 extra large books, how much would I have to pay? So that is what we are going to demonstrate here. So let's just give it a try. First off, would type in our equal to sign. We multiply our quantity by our small size. If we hit the enter key, so we know that price of 1 for small size times quantity of 1 gives us 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. That is very simple. Now we are going to drag this in the row direction. So we are dragging from D to G. So that's along the row. So what is happening here is, let's see if the answers we are getting are correct. Okay, if we double click in cell D7, we can see clearly that C7, which is our quantity of 1, is being multiplied to D5, which is our the price for the small size of the book. Okay, so in order to make things very simple for us and as a learning curve, let's go to our formula tab, show our formulas, so that our formulas would be displayed in here. Now I'll move to cell D7. So when I move to D7, you realize that highlight is still on the size of the book, which is correct, but then at the quantity side, it has shifted from the quantity of 1. It has now moved to this cell. That's not what we want to be happening. We want the size price to be multiplied by the quantity here. So it means our quantity of 1 would not change. So if you look at the cells along row 7, this row 7, so along row 7, the first cell, which is C7, changed from C7 to D7 to E7 as and when we drag along to F7. But we don't want the column name, which is column C, to be changing as and when we drag. So because of that, we are going to put a $sign in front of the C. So you can type in the $sign and just press F4 a number of times, and then now you see that the $sign is just in front of the column name C. So I hit my enter key. So now let's drag it along the row and see what happens. After dragging, you realize that C remains the same here, same there, same there. So you can see that as I click in the next cells, still the highlight around cell C7 remains. If I move to this side, the highlight around cell C7 remains. That is exactly what we want. However, you can also see that if we move to E7, you realize that E7 can be found under the medium column. So we realize that our formula is speaking from the medium price. If we come to cell F7, you also realize that price is the large price, and then at cell G7, our price is at the extra large column. That's exactly what we want to see. So now let's take off the formulas and let's see the results that we are getting. So this is a correct result, such that if you multiply a medium price of 2 by a quantity of 1, you get 2. If you multiply an extra large price of 4 by a quantity of 1, you get 4. So one part is solved. Now we also want to demonstrate what is going to happen if we drag it down. If we drag it down, whoa, we see some unexpected figures here. What this means is if you buy 7 small size books at a price of 1, the answer is supposed to be 7, but we are seeing 105. That's outrageous, which means there's something wrong with our formula. So we are going to investigate and then solve that as well. Okay, so once again, let's go to our formula tab, then show formulas. So this is displaying our formulas. So now let's move to, the formula in cell D7 is correct. It's giving us the right result. At quantity 1, we multiplied it by the small or the size price, which is price of 1, and then that is here. But when we move to quantity 2, realize that quantity 2 is fine, but then the size price has shifted, but we don't want the size price to shift. The size price can be found in cell D5. So it means this D5 in our correct formula, which is in cell D7, has to be tweaked such that anytime we move down, we don't want our row name, which is 5 here, to be changed, because as and when we move down, you see that the row name keeps changing, but we want our row to be at a 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock the 5 here in front of the D. So how do you lock it? You can put a $sign just in front of it, or you can use your shortcut, which is F4 there. You press it several times. As soon as you get to the point where the $sign is in front of the 5, that's what we want. You leave it there and then you press enter. So now let's drag it down and see what happens. After dragging it down, realize that D5 remains, it's never changing, and then as when we click on it, you see that cell D5 is not changing. So now let's take off the formulas so that we have the results that well, we see the results that these formulas are churning out. Okay, so this looks good. At a price of 1 for a small size book, if we buy 6 of them, we are going to pay 6 Ghana cedis. Now let's see. Now that cell D7 has been corrected, we are going to drag it along the row so that these would also be corrected accordingly. So now we drag it along the row, and then we drag it down. So once you drag it down, realize that let's just test our formula to see whether it is correct or not. Let's take the last item here, which is in the extra large column. So what this is saying is, at an extra large price of 4, if we buy 10 of them, we are supposed to pay 40 Ghana cedis, which is correct. So 4 times 10 is 40. In this cell, what it's telling us is, at a large price of 3, if we buy 10 of them, we're going to pay 30. That is 3 times 10 should give us 30. So this is how the mixed referencing looks like. So for the mixed referencing, either the row or the column is locked. Please do subscribe to the channel, and then also like the work done today. Thank you.